Hey players, what's up? Slotplayer here. Some of you might remember that my Slotplayer project first started as a website with reviews and rankings of online slot games. A bit later, I launched the YouTube channel to bring you interesting facts and insights from the world of gambling. Unfortunately, gambling still has a bad reputation in many parts of the world, and I'm trying to present it in a different light, as a form of entertainment that, like video games, movies, or dining out, costs money. With this video, I want to see if there's interest in slot game reviews as short YouTube clips, rather than just watching streamers play. And what better game to start with than the most famous slot in Europe, Book of Ra by Novomatic. If you're not into reviews, feel free to skip this video. But if you are, I promise to make them more engaging than the usual boring breakdowns. I won't be listing things like 3 aces pay 10 coins or 4 books pay 20, because honestly, players can look that up themselves if they're interested. Let's keep things fun. The origins of Book of Ra. The first version of Book of Ra was released back in 2005. People often say the main character, nicknamed the Explorer, looks like Indiana Jones. But personally, I think he looks more like Rick O'Connell from The Mummy, played by Brendan Fraser. Here's Indiana, here's Rick, what do you think? In The Mummy, Rick was after the Book of the Dead to defeat Imhotep, the resurrected mummy. If you haven't seen that movie yet, I highly recommend it. I'm guessing Novomatic named their game Book of Ra to avoid copyright issues with the filmmakers. Ironically, a few years later, Book of Dead was released, essentially a copy of a copy named after the original. The evolution of Book of Ra. Given the massive success of the game, Novomatic released many sequels and spin-offs over the years. The first major upgrade came in 2008 with Book of Ra Deluxe, one of the few slot games to successfully transition from land-based casinos to online platforms. Then, my personal favorite, Book of Ra Deluxe 6, arrived in 2015. From there, the variations kept coming. Versions with jackpots, even more jackpots, additional reels, and believe it or not, even a bingo version. This was probably designed for older players who love bingo but still want to experience Book of Ra. Here's the dice version, and here's the bingo version. Yes, it's a thing. Despite all these updates, one thing has remained constant. Our smiling explorer still dominates the front windows of slot parlors across Europe. Did you ever wonder why casinos do not have windows? That's a topic for another video, so hit that subscribe button if you're curious. Book of Ra Deluxe 6, my favorite version. Let's dive into Book of Ra Deluxe 6, which, as the name suggests, has 6 reels instead of the original 5. You can choose to activate the 6th reel by increasing your bet. If you prefer the classic setup, you can play with 5 reels instead. The game has a standard 3-row layout, a theoretical return to player, RTP of 95.10%, and just 10 active pay lines. Quite old-fashioned, but then again, this game is old. The graphics and sounds also feel outdated, which might make you wonder, why do people still play it? The answer is simple, it's fun! The base game might feel a bit slow, but everything changes when you land 3 or more books to trigger the free spins bonus round. And the sound effect when you get 2 books and are waiting for the 3rd? It's the grandfather of all slot sound effects. Listen to this. By default, you get 10 free spins, but if you land another 3 books, you'll re-trigger more. The game then selects one special expanding symbol for the bonus round. Now, here's the big question. Is it better to get a high-value symbol that appears less often, or a low-value symbol that lands more frequently? That depends on your playstyle. If a winning combination includes the special symbol, it expands across the entire reel.
600.
The best part? The expanded reels don't need to be adjacent to form a winning combination. This adds extra excitement to the bonus round. Of course, the dream scenario is landing a full screen of the special symbol. That's where the biggest wins come from. That's what keeps players coming back to this classic, even though modern slots may have better visuals and sound design. My final verdict now for the ratings. Graphics, 75%. A bit dated, but still recognizable. Sounds, 61%. Let's be honest, the sound design hasn't aged well. Fun factor, 82%. Exciting bonus round, slow base game. Volatility, 87%. Big win potential, but expect dry spells. Novelty, 71%. was unique in 2005, but many clones exist now. Final score, 81%. Book of Ra is a classic that still has a strong following, but there are plenty of newer and better slots out there today. Guys, if you play, always use only the money you can afford to lose. Think of gambling as entertainment, not a way to make money. Casinos always have the edge in the long run. That's it for today. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more reviews like this and which games I should cover next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay smart. That's all from Slotplayer today. Take care and catch you the next time.